biggest pop superstars who has millions of especially young followers. Taylor Swift has endorsed Kamala Harris. In fact, Geeta just informed me about that. It's big news, remember, because she'd been so to say silent all this while. Rohit, a quick word from you on this, that Taylor Swift endorsing Kamala Harris. Do you think something like this makes a huge difference possibly to the younger audience, to the younger first-time voters?
Absolutely. All the Swifties are going to vote for Kamala Harris. She endorsed Joe Biden in 2020. And look at the things Kamala Harris talked about. She talked about abortion, females having reproductive rights. She talked about, how she has made it and her own story as a female. And at the end of the day, we've all talked about breaking that glass ceiling one day eventually. So this is a very, very big deal, Pooja.
Can I just come in? Of course, very big deal, Rohit. The fact that Taylor Swift, and I remember we were discussing this earlier as well, and we've done stories on this, on how Taylor Swift did not really endorse Biden. And there was so much pressure on Taylor Swift, whether she's going to endorse, not endorse. Then the debate happened, a singular disaster for the Democratic team, and there was no endorsement there. Then Kamala Harris was nominated presidential candidate. No endorsement from Taylor Swift, Rohit. And finally, I suppose she waited to see how Kamala Harris will do to really then endorse her. Is the reading right?
And Rohit, also tell us about the Swifties army that she has. Do you think there are like literally thousands, if not millions, of Swifties in her support who could listen to what Taylor Swift is saying?
I think they do, Pooja. You'd be surprised the Popstars are falling in the U.S. And look, I think Geeta made an excellent point here. She was waiting. She did not endorse Biden, and she was waiting and waiting and waiting. And this kind of tells you that even she believes, and people around Kamala Harris believe, that she had a strong night. To come out and support her right after debate tells you that Kamala Harris had a good night. I was just talking to somebody in the spin room right now, and I think the general mood is that, look, Trump was being Trump. We are all surprised by how well Kamala Harris did. But Trump did not have a bad night per se. I mean, he's always had these kinds of nights, and he still gets away with that. He'll go on the campaign trail and talk about some of the stuff. He'll probably make up some more stuff. But I think the news is that Kamala, did really well, and I think that's why we're all talking about Kamala Harris right now. But Trump did not have a bad night. I mean, he did just some facts. He tried to bring immigration to most of the stuff that he was talking about. They talked about January 6th, and he brought in immigration. They talked about economy, he brought in immigration. He was trying to hit those talking points given by his campaign, which are polling really well in those battleground states. So I think he did not have that bad of a night, but it just happens to be that Kamala did well. And again,
do you think, according to your assessment, and what are the journalists around you who have all gathered there in Philadelphia, what are they saying is the reason that Kamala Harris appears to have also become the talking point? What did she do well? If Trump was as usual, what is it that she surprised the audience with, that Taylor Swift immediately endorsing her, possibly other celebrities could come forth too, Rohit?
Well, look, I think everybody, I think kudos to the Democrats. Everybody made sure before the debate that, she came across as underdog. We had a lot of, campaign people tell us that, Trump is so powerful, he's this amazing debater, and, Kamala is this, that. So I think they set the expectation bar so low that even if she was to do okay, she'd appear as good. And actually, I think she did good. So now everybody's raving about, how she performed in this debate. Also the fact that, she has been a good debater in the past. I mean, some clips of, her are doing rounds now on how she was able to have a great debate against Pence. She had cornered Joe Biden in the 2019 primary debate. So she had that quality. But to be able to contain herself and deliver on big stage, I think that is the big story tonight.
Going back to Taylor Swift, Rohit, just before, I toss it back to Pooja, the fact that the photo is telling. It's telling because she is a political creature in many ways, Rohit. Taylor Swift is not just any pop star. She's political, she has a mind, she knows exactly what she's doing, and she's absolutely powerful. The photograph also powerful because she signs off as the childless cat lady. Now that's a real dig. That's really laying it down for Donald Trump and J.D. Vance, that you cannot make fun of a woman and get away with it. So a massive political message, not just in the endorsement, but also in her sign-off.